What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Joe Culpepper Outdoors. I'm Joe Culpepper, and as usual, this is my second take for the video. I made it all the way through the first take and realized that my microphone, which is right here on a frame, was not plugged in properly. So it was not working, which means the audio is pretty bad, and it's still probably going to be pretty bad. But we're going to take two for you guys. Let me see if I can get this angled a little bit better for you. Get you a little bit more out of that. Okay, so you guys will probably remember last year around this time I made a video about my deer hunting bow that I just bought last year, and it was a Mission Switch. It was a 29.5-inch draw, set on 70 pounds. I shot it a lot, never got to shoot a deer with it. So I actually wound up selling it a few weeks ago, and I was going to maybe go without a bow for this hunting season. I shot a couple flagship bows at the local, not the local shop. Actually, I shot them early this year in January when I was deer hunting in Alabama. That's a whole other story I'll have to get into y'all for another time if you want me to. Anyways, I knew I wanted to get a flagship bow. Didn't know when I would get to do it because of money and everything. I did manage to get my hands on one, and you guys probably noticed the hat. Any of you guys who know anything about bows probably recognize this brand right here, Elite. I'm not saying Elite is the best, but that was the one I shot. It was in my price point. The guys at the store, they really worked with me. They gave me some discounts on some stuff. And shout out to them for hooking me up with this and helping me get this all set up. But we have the 2022 flagship hunting bow from Elite, the Elite Envision. Fancy. So when I set this bow up, a couple things I had in mind. Let me see. I probably need to switch it over here so you guys can actually look at it. You'll notice this has a single pin, which is a single pin adjustable sight, meaning you can see the white right here. There's a sight tape on there, and it's literally marked, for those of you who don't know, it's like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, yada, 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 on from there. I can get out to about 93, 94 yards probably with the pin, and then do holdovers. I could probably hit 100 yards with the sight. I'm not saying I can do it because I'm not that great of a shot, but I really like this sight. It's a CBE Tactic Hybrid single pin. I think it was like $120. Good investment if you're gonna get a sight. You have bad eyes like I do. I totally recommend you get a CBE like this. I was kind of hesitant. I've shot some before. I didn't really like them that much. I didn't hate them and didn't love them. But this one I've absolutely fallen in love with. It's a great sight, shoots good, it's easy for me to look through, and once I got the sight tape on, it's super easy to adjust. Highly recommend it. Next thing you're going to see different than my other bow is the arrow rest. This is a limb-driven Hamskea primer. I think it's primer. It doesn't have an E in with I, so it shouldn't be Premier. Or yeah, I'm going to just leave it at that and sound stupid. Anyways, I hope my sister doesn't watch this because she's an English major, or she was in college, and now she's a teacher. Anyways, Hamskea primer, hunter rest. So I really like this rest. It works really good. I think I paid about $90 for it, 80, 90 bucks, something like that. Good use of money. I did have a QAD on my other as a QAD drop away rest. I can't remember exactly what they call it, but it was, instead of the cord here actually being attached to the limb like this, hence limb driven, it was attached to your cable right here. I can't remember if they call it string driven or cable driven or whatever. I know there's probably somebody watching this that's furious with me for not knowing what it was called. I'm sorry, but there it is. It's a good rest. It's helped me with my shooting and everything. It's accurate. Hadn't had any problems with it. And then you're going to notice the stabilizer on this one. It is an Elite carbon stabilizer. This is an 11-inch, which is what I wanted, something a little bit longer. It's going to help stabilize that bow better than what I had on the Mission, which was like a 8-inch, I think. But this stabilizer works really good. The bow shoots great. Hadn't had any problems with it yet, really, other than the D-loop, which we won't get into all that. That was not the bow's fault. That was not my fault. I did not put the D-loop on. Anyways, going from there, 70-pound bow, 90% let off on it, 29 1/4 inch draw length. Love it. Shoots great. Yeah, I wouldn't trade it. Wouldn't trade it. I've gone from shooting, I would, if you'd have asked me, about 6 months ago, what's a good 50-yard group look like for you, I'm going to say, like, this is good for me at 50 yards. I've shot several groups with this bow, and I've had it for like 3 weeks that have been, about this size at 50 yards, which to me is insane. I know people that are professional archers, oh, that's nothing, but for me, I'm just a bow hunter, right? And I'm not that good of a bow hunter, but I can shoot 50-yard groups that are about 4 to 6 inches consistently. And that really helps my confidence, because I know if I can do that at 50 yards, if a deer comes out at 20, I ought to be able to smoke him every time. So I'm going to get into the arrows I'm using this season. I'm rocking the same quiver I had last year. Of course, I can't remember if in my video I had 2 quivers. This was my favorite of the 2. This one did not come with the Mission. I bought this one separate for a different bow. Anyways, we could go into a whole nother story about that. But I kept this one, sold the one that came with the Mission when I sold the Mission. And what I really like about this is the foam insert on the inside really helps with the broadheads. So this year I've got these. These are Gold Tip Hunter XTs, 340 spine. I believe they're 8.9 grains per inch. I believe they're like 29 or 28 5/8 cut. These are the broadheads I'm shooting this year. We'll get more into that in a minute. And these are 4-fletch. I bought these with just the bare shaft from Bass Pro in January. Bought 6. I still have 6, which is very unusual for me, because normally when I go out and I buy a new set of arrows, I'll shoot, for about a week, and I'll be down about 2 or 3 because I can't aim worth nothing. But I haven't had that problem with these yet, which is great. And then I'll say that I'm probably going to lose one the next time I go out and practice with them. But it happens. What can I do? And this year I've got another arrow that I'm shooting as well. I don't know which one I'm going to stick with. It's going to depend on if I can get a fletching jig and all that and start fletching my own arrows. If I do, I want to stick with the Hunter XTs, just because those are my favorite and they look really good with the white and green fletchings that my friend did. Shout out to him for that. I don't even know if he'll watch this video, but if you do, I really appreciate it. And same guy that got me into the bow hunting, I really appreciate him helping me with all that and dealing with my nonsense all the time. Anyways, this is a Gold Tip Black Label, and I believe it's the same. Yep, right there, 8.9. Right there, 8.9 grains per inch. I think this one's actually cut a little bit longer. It's probably right at 29 inches cut. These are 3-fletch. These are the ones I actually sighted the bow in with, so these shoot the closest to the pin, but they group almost the same as the Hunter XTs. So that's why I say I'm not completely sold on one over the other. I like the Hunter XTs just because of the look of them. But I mean, if these were cheaper, I would definitely buy more of them. Whatever. I'm not going to be picky about that right now. Get into the broadheads real quick. Trying to make this short and sweet for you guys. These are eBay specials. They look like Rage. I think it's the Rage Hypodermics. They're not too terribly sharp on the tip right here, but just take your stone, sharpen it up. It'll be fine. The blades are like razors. I had some paper over here trying to make sure I didn't write anything stupid on this. Okay, these are accounting notes, so I hope they're not important. I hope I don't need them later. Anyways, let's see if it'll do it now. It probably won't. Oh, there it goes a little bit. How did I do it before? I think I did it like this. And now they're not going to cut paper. But they did in the first take. So like I said, they're good. They were like $20 for 12 versus paying $40 for 3 actual rages. And they're all probably going to get shot one time and never get used again. I know the bolt I shot this deer with, bear with me real quick, and I just knocked over my chair. This right here is a Rage chisel tip that I shot this buck with out of my crossbow, and I would definitely not shoot this one again. It's going to be real hard for my phone to pick up. Oh, yes, sat there for a while. Oh, there it is. Yeah. So if you look at this blade right here, you can check. You see this edge has glanced off of some bone or something. I wish I could get it to really focus on that. Of course, it won't. No, of course it won't. It make too much sense for my phone camera to actually focus on what I want it to. Anyways, I would not reuse these types of broadheads. Personally, if you do, more power to you for having the patience to sit down and sharpen them. I don't. But yeah, my broadheads are pretty much going to be a one-time use deal for safety reasons and all that. I really don't want to shoot into a deer and have a small defect I didn't notice before cause the broadhead to break inside of the deer, and that deer suffers or he just gets away and I can't find him. Whatever it is, I don't want that to happen. So probably most of my broadheads are going to be one shot, one kill, not one shot, but one kill, and that's going to be it. And the good thing about having these cheap broadheads like this is if you got a foam target, you just go like 3 dedicated target shooting broadheads, and you just pound the foam with them, and you know exactly where it's going to go when you get up in the deer stand. You know if it's going to fly exactly like a field point, and it's going to go right where you want it to, or if you're going to have to adjust a little bit, compensate for dropping a little bit more, maybe shooting a little bit flatter, whatever it is, you'll be able to compensate for it because you've got 12 broadheads for $20 and one-time use on an animal, but you got enough that you can practice with. So, I am shooting the same release. This is the Scott Wildcat 2. Love it. If you guys ever do get into bow hunting, if you're not already a bow hunter, I recommend for your first bow you spend the money on the release, because that will follow you no matter what bow you shoot. If you upgrade in a year, if you upgrade in 5 years, as long as you take care of that, you'll always have one constant in every bow you shoot. And that's really going to help you differentiate between your bows as you go to get different bows over time, because I know there's something about it when you have one thing that's always the same, and it helps you dial in more on other things about different bows that you may like more or may not like, whatever it is. So anyways, sorry for the delay in the video. I know it's been a long time since I've uploaded one for you guys, and hopefully I can start getting out some more content for you. Maybe a video every couple weeks or so. Hopefully I can get with Ben pretty soon, and we can get up make a couple silly videos for you guys. Maybe you guys enjoy those, maybe not, I don't know. But I think that's where I'm going to leave y'all for today. This video's been kind of long, and it's maybe a little bit different. Maybe you guys have been waiting a long time for another video. Maybe you guys have just been hoping that I would never make another video. I don't know. But whatever it is, thank you guys for sticking around until I could get this next video out. I really appreciate you guys, and hope y'all have a wonderful deer season. I hope you all shoot your big buck, whatever the big buck is for you. I know people in the Midwest, you may have a lot bigger than this that you'd pass this deer right here. Some of you guys are like me. This deer is crazy, and you probably won't ever get to shoot another one in your life. But whatever it is, I hope you guys kill a monster buck this year. I hope you kill as many does as you want to. Whatever it is, I hope you guys have a great time most of all. And I hope you stay safe in the outdoors, and I will catch you guys on the next one.